What just happened has left the entire internet in absolute shock. Karlissa, the outspoken mother of Blueface, has just gone off on ChriseanRock after she dared to bring her newborn baby onto a set right next to Ray J, and let me tell you, the energy in that room was nothing short of explosive. People are calling this the most reckless, the most jaw-dropping move Chrisean has ever made. And that's saying something. From the moment the cameras started rolling, insiders say Karlissa was already furious. Not only was she blindsided by Chrisean showing up with the baby, but the fact that Ray J was involved made it even more chaotic. You could feel the tension boiling. Like everyone in the studio knew something was about to erupt. And here's the thing, this wasn't just another petty spat. Sources claim Karlissa believes Chrisean is using the baby for clout and exploiting the child for publicity. Meanwhile, Chrisean is allegedly brushing off the criticism, insisting she has every right to keep her baby with her wherever she goes. But the way she walked in with cameras flashing, Ray J grinning like he knew drama was coming, and the baby cradled in her arms. It was a spectacle designed to blow up online, and that's exactly what it did now. Here's where it gets even crazier. Behind-the-scenes whispers suggest that Blueface himself wasn't even informed about this appearance. And Karlissa is already threatening to expose private family messages that could destroy Chrisean's image forever. Fans are already tearing each other apart online. Was this a bold power move or pure irresponsibility? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear next will make this story spiral even further out of control. Karlissa's history with ChriseanRock has always been drenched in bitterness, but this time the stakes are higher than ever. For years, Karlissa has been outspoken about her disapproval of Chrisean, accusing her of tearing apart Blueface's life and dragging the family into chaos. But until now, most of their beef was confined to Instagram rants, cryptic tweets, and shady live streams. This Chrisean showing up with a baby on a set with Ray J was something Karlissa never imagined. And insiders say it hit her like a personal betrayal. Let's rewind for a moment. Before this dramatic showdown, Chrisean and Blueface's relationship was already a roller coaster, filled with violent altercations, public breakups, makeups, and endless viral clips of them screaming at each other. Fans were glued to their toxic love saga, like it was a never-ending reality show. But then came the pregnancy bombshell, and suddenly everything changed. Chrisean painted herself as a protective mother, determined to give her baby the stability she never had. Many people wanted to believe her. But Karlissa, she never bought it. According to those close to the family, Karlissa has been saying for months that Chrisean is weaponizing motherhood, using her child as a shield to escape accountability. She allegedly told a friend, Chrisean doesn't want peace, she wants pity. That baby is her excuse to keep the spotlight on herself. And if you've followed Karlissa's past rants, you know she's never one to hold back. She's dragged celebrities, fans, and even her own son into her tirades. But the second Chrisean brought that baby onto a set with Ray J, Karlissa felt her worst fears were confirmed that Chrisean was willing to risk it all for attention. But let's not forget Ray J's role in this madness. This isn't just any random cameo. Ray J has a long history of inserting himself into headline-making drama. From reality TV scandals to explosive leaks that changed pop culture forever. The second his name got tied to this baby stunt, the story went from controversial to catastrophic. People started whispering that Ray J only agreed to this because he knew it would break the internet. Ray J doesn't do anything unless it's going to go viral, one insider claimed. He knew bringing Chrisean and her baby into the mix would set off Karlissa. That's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Chrisean's fan base has been split right down the middle. Some are praising her for keeping her baby close and refusing to let anyone shame her for being a hands-on mom. Others are horrified, accusing her of recklessly exposing her infant to cameras. Chaos and the unpredictable storm that follows her every move. One fan's tweet went viral. "It's not cute, it's not empowering, it's dangerous. That baby didn't ask for this circus." And yet, as all this chaos unfolds, Blueface's silence is only making the fire burn hotter. Insiders close to him claim he's furious behind the scenes, calling the whole stunt embarrassing, but he hasn't publicly addressed it yet. And we all know when Blueface finally breaks his silence, it won't be pretty. But here's where things take a darker turn. Karlissa isn't just ranting online. This time she's reportedly sitting on a collection of screenshots, voice notes, and private texts that could completely shift the public's view of Chrisean. Insiders say she's preparing to leak them if Chrisean doesn't back down. And from the way Karlissa has been hinting in her posts, it looks like she's ready to go nuclear. And just when everyone thought the drama couldn't get worse, there's a whisper that Ray J himself may have recorded behind the scenes footage of this chaotic shoot. If that footage leaks, it won't just expose Chrisean's choices, could drag multiple celebrities into a scandal nobody saw coming. But wait, this is just the beginning. Because what actually happened during that taping, the words exchanged, and the shocking twist that blindsided everyone on set, that's where the real story explodes. The taping itself was pure chaos, something out of a fever dream that no one could have scripted. According to multiple crew members who have since spoken out anonymously, the second Chrisean walked onto the stage with her baby in her arms, Karlissa's phone started buzzing with messages. Someone tipped her off, and within minutes, she was firing off furious Instagram stories, dragging both Chrisean and Ray J by name. This is child exploitation, plain and simple. One of her posts read, with fiery emojis plastered across it. Fans thought it was just another rant. But what they didn't know was that Karlissa was already calling lawyers inside the studio. Chrisean was playing it cool at first, smiling at the cameras, bouncing the baby gently while Ray J hyped her up. The crowd loved it, clapping and cheering like this was some bold mom power move. But behind the scenes, producers were panicking. One leaked message from a stagehand read, "We told her not to bring the baby. She ignored us." This could get ugly fast. And then it happened. Someone from the audience shouted, "Where's Blueface?" The entire studio fell into a hush. Chrisean's smile dropped for a split second, and Ray J tried to cover by joking, but the damage was already done. Word spread like wildfire online. Was Chrisean bringing her baby around Ray J? But not the child's own father? Within an hour, #Where'sBlueface was trending on Twitter, with thousands of posts speculating whether he'd abandoned both Chrisean and the baby. Insiders claim this moment triggered Karlissa to unleash her first round of receipts. Screenshots began to circulate showing alleged text exchanges between Blueface and Karlissa, where he apparently said, "I told her keep that baby at home. I don't want my kid in no Ray J circus." True, this meant Chrisean had directly gone against the wishes of the baby's father, and the internet exploded with accusations of betrayal. But it didn't stop there. A second leak, this time a voice note allegedly from Karlissa herself, surfaced where she could be heard saying, "She's playing a dangerous game with my grandson's life. She thinks she's untouchable, but I'll bury her with the truth." Fans couldn't believe it. Was Karlissa really about to release something so explosive it could ruin Chrisean's entire career? Meanwhile, Ray J seemed completely unbothered. In fact, some fans noticed him smirking in clips as the chaos unfolded. One tweet went viral. "Ray J loves this." He's sitting there watching Karlissa and Chrisean go to war like it's primetime TV. But others weren't laughing. Child advocacy accounts started tagging authorities, demanding an investigation into whether Chrisean was putting her baby at risk by exposing him to unpredictable environments. Suddenly, this wasn't just gossip, was turning into a national conversation. And then came the first twist. This revelation flipped the narrative upside down. For the first time, people weren't just questioning Chrisean, they were questioning Ray J's motives too. Did he set her up? Did he encourage her to drag her baby into this chaos for views? Or was he genuinely caught off guard and now trying to protect his own brand from the fallout? As accusations swirled, Karlissa's posts got darker, angrier, and more threatening. In one chilling story, she wrote, "I'll drop the bomb tonight. Don't beg me later when the world sees the truth." But what could this bomb be? And why were insiders suddenly whispering that Blueface himself had sent Karlissa something that could completely flip the narrative? Because here's where it gets dangerous. The scandal wasn't just about Chrisean anymore. Something bigger, darker, and far more scandalous was about to come out. And it involved Ray J directly. The night Karlissa promised to drop the bomb. The entire internet was holding its breath. Fans refreshed her Instagram story every few seconds, waiting for the nuclear leak she'd been teasing all day. And when it finally hit, people couldn't believe what they were seeing. Screenshots, voice notes, and even a blurry photo that insiders claim came straight from Blueface himself. The first leak was a chilling text exchange allegedly between Blueface and Karlissa. In it, Blueface wrote, "Ray J been trying to make a bag off her. He told me straight up, baby or not, drama sells." So the word sent Twitter into a frenzy. Was Ray J actually strategizing to use Chrisean's baby as part of a viral storyline? If true, this wasn't just reckless, it was calculated exploitation. And the internet was furious. But Karlissa wasn't done. Moments later, she dropped a voice memo that sounded like Chrisean herself, angrily shouting, "I don't care what Blueface says. I'll bring my baby wherever I want. If the world don't like it, they can watch anyway." The audio instantly divided fans. Some said it proved Chrisean was selfish and reckless. Others argued it was a manipulated clip designed to frame her. Either way, the drama had spiraled into something much bigger than anyone anticipated. And then came the most shocking leak of all. Karlissa uploaded a photo that appeared to show Ray J and Chrisean in a private green room, sitting close together with the baby stroller just a few feet away. The image looked innocent on the surface, but the caption Karlissa attached detonated like a bomb. Ask yourself why she's comfortable leaving her child with Ray J while sneaking off to smoke in the hallway. Truth coming soon. Within minutes, hashtags like #ChrisEan exposed, #RayJS up, and #Karlissa leaks dominated trending charts. Fans were losing their minds. One tweet read, "If this is true, Chrisean isn't just messy, she's dangerous. And Ray J, he's worse for playing along." Another viral post countered, "Karlissa will lie about anything. Why should we believe her now?" The entire internet was split down the middle, but here's where it gets even wilder because industry insiders started chiming in. A well-known reality TV producer tweeted, "This looks like a classic setup. Someone wanted this drama on camera, and it worked. Don't be surprised if footage leaks soon." Meanwhile, a celebrity gossip blogger claimed they'd already been offered clips from the shoot for 5 figures. That meant somebody on the inside was actively trying to cash in on this scandal. And through it all, Ray J stayed silent. No tweets, no comments, no live streams, just silence. And for someone as calculated as Ray J, that silence was louder than words. Fans speculated he was either lawyering up or sitting on footage so explosive it could rewrite the narrative entirely. But the most unsettling part? A cryptic tweet from Blueface himself. He finally broke his silence with just 4 words. "They don't know yet." No context. No explanation. Just pure mystery. And within minutes, people were tearing each other apart online, guessing what he meant. Did he know something about Ray J? Was he siding with Karlissa? Or was he about to expose Chrisean in the most brutal way possible? And here's the cliffhanger that no one saw coming. Multiple sources are now claiming that during the taping, something happened off cameras. Something happened off cameras have been ordered not to release it. But leaks are already making their way to the surface. And if the rumors are true, this story is about to explode in ways nobody could have predicted. Because the next revelation doesn't just put Chrisean and Ray J under fire, it could drag Blueface himself into the biggest scandal of his career. By the time morning hit, whispers of what went down off camera had already ignited a firestorm online. Crew members, anonymous insiders, and even someone claiming to be an assistant on the set began leaking fragments of the truth. And each leak was more horrifying than the last. according to one crew member's anonymous post on Reddit. The drama peaked during a break in filming. Chrisean, holding her baby, allegedly stormed into a private room where Ray J was reviewing footage with producers. Witnesses claim she shouted at Ray J, "You promised this was going to make me look good, not like a bad mom." The room went silent and producers scrambled to keep cameras away. But someone secretly recorded audio of the blow-up end. That recording is rumored to be floating in the hands of a gossip blogger right now. But here's the part that really sent shockwaves. Insiders say Blueface unexpectedly showed up at the studio's back entrance. Multiple sources swear he was pacing outside, demanding to be let in, shouting, "That's my baby too. You can't just parade him around." Security refused to let him near the stage because of how volatile things had already become. Yet, somehow, Karlissa was updated in real time, allegedly texting Blueface from her car parked nearby. Fans are convinced Karlissa knew about the confrontation before the internet did. And that's why her leaks were so perfectly timed. And then, a jaw-dropping rumor began spreading. Ray J didn't just want Chrisean and the baby for drama. He allegedly had a bigger play in mind. A supposed email leak from the production company suggested they were planning to pitch this footage as part of a new Celebrity Chaos reality show starring Ray J as the host. The pitch deck allegedly described Chrisean as the unfiltered wild card and made chilling reference to a baby in the spotlight as a major hook. If true, this wasn't just impulsive chaos, this was a calculated plan to monetize. Chrisean's motherhood.social media went into absolute meltdown. A fake Twitter thread claiming to be from someone inside the editing room went viral with tens of thousands of likes. The thread read, "Ray J didn't know Karlissa would get involved, but he did know the baby was coming. Producers told him to act shocked, but receipts show he signed off on it. Wait until you see who else was in the building that night." That last line set the internet ablaze. Who else was in the building? Fans speculated everything from other reality TV stars to music industry execs who might have been scouting the drama. Some even claimed a Netflix rep was spotted sneaking into the set. And just when everyone thought they had the story figured out, another bombshell dropped. Karlissa posted a cryptic Instagram live where she held up a thick folder of papers and sneered, "This ain't even about Chrisean no more. Y'all want the truth? It starts with Ray J and ends with the contract he tried to get my son to sign." Yes, you heard that right. Karlissa implied Ray J had been trying to rope Blueface into some shady deal connected to this show. Was the baby stunt part of a bigger scheme to trap both Blueface and Chrisean into a controversial reality empire? Fans didn't know who to believe anymore. Was Karlissa exposing a legitimate Hollywood setup? Or was she simply weaponizing leaks to destroy her enemies? But here's where it gets darker. Blueface's team allegedly has their own receipts, including texts where Ray J apparently promised him generational money if he allowed his baby to be part of the show. If those texts are real, it means Blueface knew far more, but the internet never forgets. Within hours, thousands of screen recordings were circulating, and every frame was dissected. Fans pointed out Ray J's expression, calm, smirking, almost like he wanted the confrontation on camera. One user tweeted, "Ray J looking at chaos like he's producing the next Mona Scott show. He knew what he was doing." Another argued, "This proves Blueface knew the baby was there all along. He showed up for the cameras." Karlissa, of course, wasted no time piling gasoline on the fire. She went live immediately after the leak, screaming into her phone, I told y'all this was a setup. Ray J tried to make a fool out of my family and Chrisean let him." She held up what she claimed was a contract with Ray J's name on it, though the papers were too far from the camera to read. Still, her theatrics alone were enough to convince thousands that Hollywood's dirtiest secret was unfolding right before their eyes. Meanwhile, fans started digging deeper. Old interviews of Ray J resurfaced where he bragged about knowing how to create viral chaos. Clips of him saying things like, "I know how to turn a scandal into a check," began circulating alongside the new drama. painting him as the mastermind behind the entire disaster. And just when the internet was ready to crown him the villain of the story, another twist flipped everything upside down. A supposed insider from the set dropped a jaw-dropping claim on TikTok. Chrisean herself allegedly reached out to Ray J weeks before the taping, pitching the idea of bringing her baby to stir controversy. She said it would make her look like a strong mom and keep her name trending. The insider claimed their face hidden with a filter, if true. This would mean Chrisean wasn't blindsided at all. She was the architect of her own scandal. The fan war went nuclear. Hashtag Team Chrisean loyalists defended her, saying Karlissa and Blueface were trying to discredit her at any cost. Others accused her of recklessly exploiting her baby for fame. One viral TikTok with millions of views screamed, "That baby isn't a prop. This ain't entertainment anymore. This is dangerous." But here's where the entire narrative twisted again. A second leaked video surfaced. This one far more damning. It allegedly showed Blueface in a phone call, laughing with a friend and saying, "They falling for it, bro. This gonna pay all our bills for the year." The clip is authentic. This means Blueface not only knew about the stunt, but was profiting off the fallout. And that's when everything unraveled. Ray J's camp quietly leaked word that he had hours of behind-the-scenes footage locked away, ready to drop if anyone tried to pin the scandal solely on him. Chrisean's fan accounts hinted she was preparing her own tell-all livestream. And Karlissa, she doubled down, posting a bone-chilling message. "The truth is uglier than you think, and it's coming out whether they like it or not." No. The entire industry is buzzing with one terrifying question. Is this just messy family drama? Is there a calculated Hollywood conspiracy to use Chrisean's baby as the centerpiece of a money-making circus? Because if those unseen tapes really exist, the scandal hasn't even started yet. The world thought they had seen everything, until the hidden tapes rumors turned into something much bigger, much darker, and far more explosive than anyone could have imagined. Late into the night, a mysterious Dropbox link began circulating in fan group chats. Nobody knew where it came from, but those who clicked claimed to see raw behind-the-scenes footage from the taping. The clips were grainy, unfinished, with producers yelling in the background. But the content, it was devastating. One clip allegedly showed a producer whispering to Ray J, "Keep pushing her. We need her to crack on camera. The baby's her trigger." Ray J nods, smirking before walking back on set. If authentic, this would confirm every suspicion that this entire fiasco was engineered for maximum chaos. With Chrisean's baby at the center of it all, another clip was even worse. In it, Chrisean could be seen pacing with her baby while arguing with someone off camera. Her voice was sharp, panicked. "I told y'all I ain't comfortable with this no more. Y'all said it wouldn't look bad. Y'all lying to me?" The baby started crying, and the footage cut off abruptly, leaving viewers horrified. The hashtag protect Chrisean's baby immediately started trending, with fans demanding authorities step in. But the most explosive part of the leak wasn't even about Chrisean. It was about Blueface. In one jaw-dropping audio clip allegedly recorded on set, a voice sounding unmistakably like Blueface's can be heard laughing with Karlissa, saying, "Let her dig her own grave. The more she fumbles, the more I win." It's true. This meant Blueface wasn't just aware of the stunt he was rooting for, Chrisean's downfall, while his own child was caught in the crossfire. The internet imploded. Fans who once defended Blueface turned against him overnight. Tweets like, "He's not just a bad boyfriend, he's a bad father," flooded timelines. Others argued Karlissa was orchestrating everything, using her own grandson as ammunition in her endless war with Chrisean. The lines between villain and victim blurred, and nobody knew who to trust anymore. Meanwhile, Ray J's silence broke, but not in the way anyone expected. He posted a cryptic video to Instagram with just 5 words, "You ain't seen nothing yet." He didn't name names, didn't deny anything, just stared into the camera with that smug smile he's famous for. And that was enough to set the entire industry on fire. Bloggers immediately speculated that Ray J was threatening to release the full tapes himself. Tapes that could implicate not only Chrisean and Blueface, but also producers, networks, and maybe even other celebrities who were quietly involved. One gossip site claimed, if Ray J spills everything, this could be bigger than any Hollywood scandal in the last decade. And here's where the panic set in. Multiple insiders are now whispering that lawyers from every corner Chrisean's camp, Blueface's camp, the network behind the taping are scrambling to stop the tapes from being leaked in full. But the problem is, once something hits the internet, it's already out of their control. Fans are demanding answers. Was Chrisean set up? Did Blueface betray her? Is Ray J masterminding the whole circus? Or is Karlissa the true puppet master behind the strings? One thing is certain. This isn't just about a baby on a show anymore. This is about manipulation, exploitation, and betrayal at the highest level. And the scariest part? Every insider agrees the biggest bombshell still hasn't dropped. And then an even more sinister layer unraveled. A second report surfaced, claiming Karlissa herself had been contacted weeks earlier by producers. Allegedly offering her a special guest spot to stir the drama between her and Chrisean. Sources allege Karlissa turned it down, saying, "I'll expose them on my own terms." Suddenly, the entire internet wondered, was Karlissa really an outsider in this chaos? Or had she been part of the blueprint from the very beginning? Fans flooded social media with their own theories. One viral tweet read, "This ain't a feud anymore. This is exploitation at the highest level. That baby was the bait, and every single adult here is guilty." Another countered, "Karlissa is just spinning lies again. Chrisean set herself up. Don't blame Ray J for knowing good TV when he sees it." And then came the dagger. Blueface himself broke his silence for real not in a tweet. But on Instagram Live, he looked wild, restless. Pacing as he shouted into the camera, "They all lying. My mama lying. Chrisean lying. Ray J lying. Y'all don't know what really happened? Wait until the real footage drops. Then y'all gonna see who the real clown is." Before cutting off the live abruptly, he threw out one last cryptic statement. That baby wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. And they know why. The comments section exploded instantly. Who was they? The producers, Ray J, or Karlissa herself? His words cracked the story wide open, leaving everyone desperate for answers. But here's where it gets truly terrifying. Multiple insiders are now whispering that the real footage Blueface teased is in the hands of a powerful streaming service executive. If that's true, the world hasn't even scratched the surface of this scandal. And when that footage drops, it won't just shatter Chrisean's image or Ray J's reputation, or Karlissa's credibility could destroy careers, expose Hollywood's darkest tactics, and drag names into the story that nobody expected. The internet is bracing for impact, because the next bombshell could change everything. And just when it seemed like the scandal had already reached its peak, the most earth-shattering twist hit hand. It was uglier than anyone imagined. Late into the night, a notorious gossip blogger went live claiming to have direct access to the real footage Blueface mentioned. For an entire hour, they teased what was on it without actually showing the clips. But their description alone was enough to paralyze the internet. They claimed the unreleased tape showed not just arguments,